This is us. That's some of the pictures and some of the faces that you would see here at the office. And as you can see, as diverse as it can be. Our roots, I'm from the Dominican Republic, originally from La Vega, which is a little town in the north of the Dominican Republic.
So I am from Santo Domingo, the capital of the Dominican Republic, and it's a city, busy city, and the passion of architecture has been within me for years before that point, and I think it was a moment of definition where we met when I met Darwin, and uh, we'd never dreamed that this was going to
Yeah.
happen many years.
And by luck, I guess, or fate, right, the way that things work, we both landed to Boston, and we both went to the Boston Architectural College, and there we sort of continue this journey that I believe a lot in kindness. I believe in putting passion into what you do and improving everything. That's one of my passions, actually, improving everything I see. My whys are all about my children, of course. I want to leave the world better for them, as part of the generations to come, and that's what we try to bring into the table.
Community has been a very strong impact for me as an individual, and which have kind of created kind of that passion for teaching for kids and younger adults through my years, and just trying to make a
So
difference.
flow became that place where diversity and differentiation are super high assets, and we leverage them and we embrace them, and emerge from that, and we believe that a better world can be fueled through design and diversity and creativity, of course. So we were founded in 2017. The idea of flow started in 2014. Some little frustrations, but nothing really happened until I got my license in 2017, and between 2017 and 2018. And I got the opportunity to be invited to many events. I was part of the Rethink Tank group by NCARB, and there the idea of why isn't this architectural diversity more of a thing? Why don't we see more women? Why don't we see more African Americans, Latinos? Why don't we see any of that?
And we came in when uh, people needed to do a roof deck in Boston, or they needed to do an addition, and we were able to speak their language. We had a girl from Brazil, Carolina. She actually opened the doors for the Brazilian community. So, and I think that the fact that we try to kind of like communicate with clients and be more receptive to what they actually need. I think that that had been a big impact of our growth during the beginning.
Too. So we've gotten projects from our staff members here, right? Julio from Mexico. He used to work at a restaurant, a Mexican restaurant. So guess what? With the owner's house and a new restaurant that he opened in Belmont, it came through that connection through the Mexican community, right? There's more projects that would be. There was a client that had traveled to Japan, and we were like, oh, we have the perfect match. We have somebody here from Japan. She designed the house. Yumika Onumo from Japan. So she worked on the whole project. And, when we embrace that diversity, right, we're learning, all of us, Portuguese here, right? So we're like learning Russian, right? We have somebody here from Russia too. So every desk belonging to somebody from another country, from another background. And it wasn't planned that way, but it has been the fuel for all of us. Right? So in 2021, right, this year, we get this email in January where the guild, what appeared to be a joke to me, a very, very ambitious project, very, very out of the blue, right? I don't know, it's like $56 million. I've never gotten anything like it. They call us and we begin to put all of the pieces because what they're asking for is everything we are. They're talking about pipeline creation, diversity. But the thing is, do we have the capabilities to do that? So we connected with Perkins&Will. We connected also with Gensler, thanks to the guild, by the way, because they wanted us too, right? Gensler wanted us. Perkins&Will wanted to work with us too, and that's why we're here, right? 2014, 2017, we realized something was missing. 17 to 21, we this is the start of the journey right now. What else did we learn? Well, we learned through all of these conferences that diverse teams, well managed, outperform any other team, even homogeneous teams. Of course, diverse teams managed poorly are the worst. But we've been pretty good at that. We've been hitting the nail every single time, hitting the strike zone every single time. And we were wondering what is it that's making us so great. and it's how well managed the team is, right? But the thing is, this was the picture that got us the most upset. Why is it that the board of directors of the licensing advisors or of the actually the NCARB, the National Council of Architectural Regulation Boards, looks like that? There's only one woman and a bunch of white boys, white men, right? And that was like, well, we got to change that. Why doesn't it look more like this, right? We get all faces, all countries, as many nationalities as possible, half women, half male if possible. Why doesn't it look like that, right? And Flo began to say, we're gonna change that. We wrote articles that nobody even liked when we wrote them. Now everybody goes and likes them, of course, but we were talking about this, and we realized, how do we make that change? How do we make this picture change to this picture? The process begins here. We learned that the idea of becoming an architect or a designer or a builder begins here, early on. And if you don't see somebody being what that, then you just can't see yourself. It's very difficult. So we began to go to preschools and high schools, preschools really, and daycares, to talk to children, little kids, about this, and having sketch and having learn, so that they can begin that memory, right? Create that memory. There was these Dominican architects and some from El Salvador, Jose Plates, who was at my school, and they spoke about this. And I just remember Frank Gehry talking about some architect going to his school, Alvaro Alto, I believe. So that stuff, we started putting it together. We learned that it's got to keep on going. It's got to also be reinforced, positive reinforcements. You got to go to charter schools and high schools, like the Boston Collegiate Charter School.
It tells you if you want to create a change, if you want to make a change, during your path, start young. Young, they're easy to kind of like kind of influence them a little bit easier than when they are a little bit older. And it was a great experience because we feel that's where change start. And it was an awesome experience to kind of teach the students the architecture how.
You might think these teenagers didn't care about this. They were all excited, right? They were all having fun. They were all cutting and making models. And so we start here, right? To make this, go to this. We start here. We go to here, but then we also have to go to college. We have to go to, like the Boston Architectural College, one of them where we came from, and teach there and reinforce this even more, so that they see, hey, the ones that made it all the way here, they can make it even further. They can get licensed. They can graduate, right? Let's go step by step and continue doing that. So I've been engaged at the VAC. I've been teaching there since before I graduated. I was involved with City Lab in different classes, and we continue to do that and tutor and be involved, because not because of money, but because we can make a difference and we want to see that difference happen. We created what's called ARE Success Class. Every Monday and Tuesday. I have a link that I share with people who want to be involved. They can email me. Anybody can come in, and I teach it. And some of them who actually have gotten licensed. There's some that actually have gotten licensed. Come in and lecture on some of the topics also, because it's not enough to graduate. You got to get licensed. A lot of people come to me even here at the office and say, would it make a difference? And I'm like, yeah, we give a raise, a substantial raise as soon as you get licensed. Why? I won't be stamping drums. Yeah, you will. You can. Of course you can. We're expanding, we're growing, but we never want to say no to anybody who's hungry, who wants to grow. And then we get stories like this. Let's see. Avon, your first project?
Crazy. Yeah.
The first project you ever drew,
She's
getting built.
insane.
How do you feel?
Amazing.
It's happening.
This is awesome.
A year ago.
A year ago. Yeah.
Yeah. And exactly how you drew it. Even the windows.
Exactly. Even the windows.
So, we empower them, we teach them, we guide them, and then it comes back, and like it's something that, I mean, Yvonne's face, and we actually went to see her first house last week too, getting built. A year ago, she knew nothing. She had never done a framing plan, right? And that's the story for everybody else. But then what else happens? Let's see if you can hear this one.
I'm excited. And Yvonne is really, for somebody who's still in school and going through this, I have to say I'm so impressed because I really think that you have really for some, sincerely, you haven't been doing this for a very long time, and you have just mastered this, creativity, and you're so good with the tools. Not everybody's that way, because I've worked with structural engineers who are not as flexible as you are with it, to be perfectly honest. And like quick, and you're thinking on the go, and you're really hearing me out, which is great, and you're also adding to your own creativity. So
So that's what happens, right? So this is where we started. And we cannot say I did it or Marcos did it. It's all about each member coming in, right? More coming in. So the return of investment, what do we get? Well, we started on the bottom, literally a basement. Now we're here, and we started with 9 projects, 2017, 38 projects, 2018, 98 projects, 2019, 216 projects in 2020. When everybody was shut down, we were busy. 2021 and counting, we got 288 projects. And it's not just like a little deck. We're doing substantially sized projects. Like it's amazing. It really is amazing. And we only thank the return of investment, what we've been doing all the way back then. It's not that the charter school is sending us clients. It's not that the preschool is sending us clients. No, they're sending us talent. We're creating talent. We're creating the pipeline, right? Then we get all of these reviews. They don't get paid to write these things. These clients just want to say it.
The pandemic, we our office kind of grew in the scale of the projects. At the beginning of the pandemic, we were doing more additions, small additions. However, even if you look at the top right corner, in the area of Fitchburg, we're developing a 26 unit new build for people that are moving, more in central Mass, and we just keep expanding.
Now, the great thing is too that because we're caring more about making an impact and making a change than the funds, we treat a little bathroom job just like we would treat a tower. And because one of our first project was a little bathroom renovation. Grandma couldn't go upstairs and downstairs to use the bathroom all the time. What a difference did it make for them that we listened, that we showed up. They have called many people. Nobody even wanted to touch the project. It was too small. We took it like if it was a jewel. And one thing that I want to point out here is look how far we've gone. We're hitting Mars. We're getting to outer space. We're going all the way to places we've never thought we could even dream to go. And yet, we can't even change what's going on in here with equality, diversity, and opportunities. We can't resolve something as simple as that. Well, Flow can. And with the Guild and Perkins&Will and Gensler's and those other firms that want to also make a difference and those projects that create that opportunity for us to make a difference, we can all do that together. This is you, guys.